Goyder, tell me what you do at Tomorrow's Company.
Our purpose is to inspire and enable business to be a force for good in society. We work with companies, we work with investors, we work with government policymakers. We set an agenda based on the very practical experience of the people within that community.
As we know, in 2016, the British public voted to leave the European Union. Now, there are a lot of unknowns about what happens next, obviously. What are the implications for the digital and high-tech sectors in particular?
I think there could be huge thought given to localised solutions. So if we take energy as an example, we've just seen the government say it's going to go ahead with Hinkley. What I think might be a very good decision alongside that would be to say we're going to have a major push to use technology and smart thinking and smart solutions to have localized heat and power schemes, to think about ways in which new entrepreneurs could earn a return from really cracking ahead with the next generation of renewables. And the part that the whole digital world could play in supporting that, I think, is really important. So let's be imaginative about things that are within our control.
Now, the UK receives substantial funding from the European Union for education and research to grow skills and innovation in IT. How do you see UK PLC being impacted by the potential changes that Brexit brings?
The transition period is very dangerous, and a real priority for the government is to try to get more confidence during the transition period. I mean, I've been talking to universities we're involved in who are worried about whether their overseas student applications are just going to plummet next year. Of course, the IT sector has benefited hugely from talent coming from outside of the EU as well. I think we've simply got to work very hard on those negotiating on our behalf to emphasize that actually the kind of investment we want to make is only going to be possible if we're drawing on all the talent that's available, and hopefully to draw on the enlightened self-interest of some of the people we're negotiating with, because it's a reciprocal benefit.
What sort of things can British companies do to make sure that they attract talent, not just from elsewhere in the European Union, but also globally as well?
I'm thinking about businesses wherever somebody comes from, and they may well come from far afield, the culture absorbs them, takes them in, accepts their individuality, makes them part of something bigger. And so actually the role of business, including IT businesses, in just being a developer of welcoming, innovative, strong cultures, it's hugely important in shaping the kind of country we are and the kind of signals we send.
What do you think might be the best, or maybe the most surprising thing to come out of this whole Brexit story?
Well, I think the most surprising thing that has come out of the whole Brexit story for me is, here I sit in Tomorrow's Company, but for 20 years has been saying companies, well-run companies, well-led companies, companies with purpose, values and a focus on relationships are central to productivity, economic success and social cohesion. And now, having been told for years this is far too low down the political agenda, we have a Prime Minister who may not have all the right answers, but who's putting it right at the top of the political agenda. That gives me hope.
Mark Goyder, thank you very much.